dramatic interpretation, Mr. Kyle T. Fisher.
Welcome to my holiday ritual. It begins with the early Christmas specials and ends with Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve, which I watch by myself. Alone with my glass of eggnog. Look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere we go, doo-doo-doo, bum-ba-da-ba-da-bum-bum. Ever notice how characters on Christmas specials have no family? I mean, Rudolph? Loner? Charlie Brown has an entire party without his parents. And those elves may have a social network going, but rarely do you see them with their family. Now, I'm sure they all have families. It's implied. And I guess that's why I watch them each Christmas. People assume I have a family. It's implied. Author F. Scott Fitzgerald once stated, "Family quarrels are bitter things. They're not like aches and wounds. They're more like splits in the skin that will never heal because there's not enough material." After meeting the love of his life and planning on settling down, Peter struggles with his own family in fear of the disapproval, while also battling the biggest fear of all, loneliness. Looking a lot like Christmas by Jason Sheets. So, how did I end up this way? One word: homosexuality. Or, as my sister put it, 3 words: that queer thing. Now, for a good 20 years or so, Peter Engelhart, was the straightest man in Wichita. Now, obviously, there were the hints, like when my friends and I had sleepover parties, we'd sneak a look at Playboy, and all the other guys would be mesmerized. They'd say, "Whoa, whoa!" So I'd say, "Whoa." But I never really understood what all the whoaing was about. So the thoughts were there, but that's all they were. Thoughts. Now in college, I hid it. I hid my sexuality. There was always something else. A paper, a party, an intramural basketball game, anything but the topic of romance. Anything but a blind date. Anything but addressing my weird fascination to my fraternity brother. Anything but that. Ugh. But then, I met someone. And not just anyone, but the someone that you always dreamed about. In my first year at the office, Tom had asked me out for some drinks, and I didn't think it was a date, and maybe it wasn't at first. But as the seasons changed from autumn to winter, spring, I knew. And when he told me he loved me, I had no problem loving that. Well, one problem: family. Actually, no, 2 subsets of the same problem, okay? Number 1, I have always wanted a family. Call me short-sighted, but just as I knew I was gay, I also pictured myself with the standard wife, dogs, kids, picket fence, you know the routine. Tom and I weren't exactly Family Channel material. And two, my family would be stunned. They'd call a therapist, a priest, and my old high school prom date simultaneously and plot a conversion. It would be hell. So, when I finally got up the strength to tell my family, almost 3 years later, I decided to do it in style. Pizzazz! Christmas dinner. Well, everything started out as normal. Mom bakes a ham and potatoes, Dad said grace, my sister complained about the fat content, and Grandpa says it's great to have everyone here together again. I was ready. Okay, everyone, I just wanted to tell you something. I know you all have said that I should start dating more, and I just wanted to tell you that I found someone. Well, actually, we've been dating for almost 3 years now. Why haven't I told you about her? Well, his name is Tom. Stop! Freeze frame. Let's backtrack a little bit. Okay, you know how you learn in science class that at 0 degrees Kelvin, all motion ceases? 0 degrees Kelvin right there at the dinner table. But then everything starts happening in slow motion. My dad says, this is no time for sick jokes. And Mom says, it's Christmas. And Grandpa just leaves. Dinner continues. Silent. Yet speaking volumes. There was only one person who hadn't turned his back on me. Yet. You see, 3 weeks later, Tom said he did not see a future with me. And he said so on a note. A post-it note. So my entire life reduced to a post-it. So that's how I'm here right now. Hello.
I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on.
People assume that I have a family. It's implied.